What are you doing to me, man?
Good morning. Happy Juneteenth.
Good God. I'm sitting down. I think I have another 3 minutes. Conrad's just logging on.
Hey, listen,
Some
sometimes
iced
you gotta be
coffee.
on time, you know? More than being on time, you know?
Are we live on Facebook and on the radio right now?
We are live on Facebook and on the radio. What? Something's wrong with that?
No, I was just thinking of this song. You know, it's Friday. I love that Johnny Kemp song. Just got paid, Friday night, party hunting, the bass is right, booty shaking all around, pour one drink, I'm getting down. Oh, man. That is Friday.
You know what? So right now, let's just shoot the breeze for a minute here, Adam. By the way, folks, this is Cruisin with the Case Handler. We both host the show. Adam Handler is an attorney. I'm a businessman. We have known each other for over 15 years, okay? Over 15 years. Very, very good friend of mine. One of my better friends, to be honest, because he's very straightforward. He doesn't hold any punches. He doesn't bull crap me. He tell me like it is. He's a very straightforward gentleman. So I respect him and I love working with him. And of course, we're doing the show where we talk about personal injury, we talk about immigration, and we're going to be getting into that. But, you know, right now, Adam, what we want to do is let's build up the Facebook audience. We want to hit a specific number today. It's a very special day. I want us to let people know that right now we want them to actually share the pages that they're watching. A lot of you are logging on, you know, please share the page, stay with us, check out the show, listen to some attorneys. They all got personalities. They all got great characters. Normally when you listen to attorneys, the status quo attorneys, as they put it, you know, they'd be square. These guys are not. Very down to earth, and they're very family oriented, meaning that they will treat you like family. So today is Juneteenth, and you know, I don't know how many people know what Juneteenth is all about, but we're going to be touching on that. But right now, what I want to touch on is sharing the page. Okay, sharing the page, and follow my friend's page. All right, Adam Handler. Everybody out there who has not been following that page, need for you to follow that page right now. Okay, Adam, what is your page again?
My page, my Facebook page?
Yeah.
Dude, they call me the Case Handler. Just check out Case Handler. It's easy as that. Instagram, Case Handler, Facebook, Case Handler. You know, it's a great way to be connected to our firm, to our practice, specifically to the personal injury cases. You know, a lot of people call me and say, Mr. Handler, I got an immigration question for you. What would you say if, and I'm like, well, pump your brakes. I handle the personal injury cases. Let me get you over to my partners who handle the immigration cases. And we have literally been fielding hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I can say that now because I think we're well over 300 phone calls since the pandemic hit. People getting free consultations for their immigration questions, people getting free consultations for their personal injury questions. In fact, yesterday you gave me a call saying you had somebody that was calling for, I think it was your BioLife product, and was telling you in a car accident. And the first thing you did is, whoa, you got to speak to my guy, Adam Handler, and get an opinion. And I spoke to her. It was not a case that was worth pursuing. But you know what? At least she hung up the phone, feeling a little bit better, knowing that she got some honest answers. And you know, most of the cases that we get calls from are just not worth pursuing, or not cases at all. And we'll give it to you straight. You know, I work on a contingency fee, meaning I get paid if and only if I'm successful for you, right? So personal injury lawyers in the state of New York work on a contingency fee of 1/3, meaning at the end of the case, whatever we recover for the client, 2/3 goes to the client, 1/3 goes to the lawyer. So we have a combined interest in making sure that you get the maximum compensation for your injury. We're all on the same team. The more money for the client recovered for time out of work, medical bills, and pain and suffering, obviously the larger the fee for the lawyer. So when you see those multi-million-dollar awards coming to the client tax-free, you know there's good vibes all around. You know, job well done for everybody. Everybody walks away feeling you know, that they've been fairly compensated either for the injuries that they've received, or in our case, the work that we performed in helping those clients get that one and only shot at justice. You know, we say it all the time, one chance, one choice, your case handler. And by that, we mean one chance to get it right. There are no redos in personal injury. And one choice of attorney. You can only have one attorney at any given time working on your personal injury case. Now, obviously, if you're unhappy with your attorney, you can always switch, just like you can switch your doctor, your plumber, your electrician, even your spouse, I guess. You have the right to choose. You better be careful before you make those choices, but everybody's got free will in this country. And that's something that, obviously that we celebrate every day, and even more so today. Free will, the power to control your own destiny. But a little bit what I was saying, joking before about Friday being payday, Johnny Kemp, that song, Got Some Money in My Pocket. Everybody's slowly now getting back to work. Everybody's slowly now getting back to the routine, and hopefully, fingers crossed, people are starting to make that money again and bringing in income. So, we've been giving free consultations over the phone. We're happy to keep doing it. But ultimately, you are going to have to make a decision for you and your family as to how you're going to prudently spend that money, that hard-earned money that you are making. Are you going to do it to better your life and your family's life for generations to come? Or are you going to go out and buy something that maybe breaks in 6 months, or you lose in 30 days, or forget about next week? That's an important decision that you and only you can make. But I'm sure that Conrad Pollack, the managing partner of this firm, the son of the founding attorney of Pollack Isaac DeSico, can attest that immigration work, immigration help, legitimizing your immigration status in the United States is a generational thing. I can listen. Same with me. I have obtained over $120 million from my clients. Right? I've written checks for clients for millions and millions and millions of dollars, more money than they have ever seen in their entire life. Earning 20, 30, 40,000 a year. Now all of a sudden you got millions in your pocket. It's a generational effect. Conrad, I'm sure you can give us instances that what Pollack Isaac DeSico did in the 60s has now trickled down generations to other individuals that never have to worry about deportation or DACA or anything like that. Correct?
Well, as you were just going off and spouting off, I was just thinking, like, you see that picture behind me, I was just thinking that shark thing.
Shark.
That's why you're so successful. You are the shark.
And rightfully so for the clients. Adam is like,
well, listen.
But no, we've the firm has been going at it for quite some time, and as we've discussed in over the previous 3 months, more than once. The firm has existed in its current capacity for some 30-something years. And my dad was doing it before that for 15, 20 years. So we've been at this immigration game, although I shouldn't call it a game. But we've been practicing immigration law now for solid, as a family, solid 50 years.
Yeah, and you've helped generations. I'm sure that there are people that you can say you helped my grandparents legitimize their status in the
we get it all the time. Nelson, watch, he'll
it's actually funny you say that. We've had clients who have come to the firm. We were at one point considering relocating, and I told Conrad, you can't do that, because we have clients who literally come in and say, Arthur Pollack represented my grandfather. And they know where we're at. We've been at the same location, how long, Conrad?
My dad took our current space, the one office on the third floor at 225 Broadway, in 1981. But prior to that, he had been upstairs on the 15th floor since 1971, I think. And before that, he was in Brooklyn, 46 Court Street. But we've been at our current location now. Next year will be 40 years in our floor. I mean, granted, we only had a couple of offices back in 81. Now we have the whole floor on the third floor at 225 Broadway. But next year will be 40 years at that location, 50 years in the building. It's been a long time.
People literally walk in all the time and say, Arthur Pollack helped my grandfather. Arthur Pollack helped my father. And it's definitely a great feeling because we're still at the same location. We're not a firm that moves around or shuts down or, is trying to dodge people. And B, the fact that these people still remember the office and are able to come, many years later to the same location and find us there, I think is good.
And you know what that signifies?
I have a well, let me just one point. I have a portrait of my dad hanging in my office behind me, and I can't tell you how many times people, old time clients of ours, will come in and they'll sit down at my desk and they'll look over my shoulder and see the picture of my dad, and they'll point. Said, he's the guy. He's the one who got my father his green card, or he's the one who got my grandmother her green card. I mean, I see it all the time.
Yeah. One of the things I want to touch.
Sorry.
One of the things I want to touch on, gentlemen. Sorry, before Adam jumps in also. As we ask you on the radio to turn up your radio and actually tell people that the personal injury and immigration show Cruising with a Case Handler is on, and asking you also to share on platform. One of the things that I want us to talk about for just about 3 minutes, the three of you, but it's extremely important that you address this. One of the issues that we have within our Caribbean community is that our Caribbean community was led to believe, not everyone, but some of them were led to believe that if you're speaking to someone in the capacity of a doctor or someone in the capacity of a lawyer, that these individuals can pretty much, thank you so much, Adam, for putting up the Caribbean flags in the background there, that these people in the capacity of being lawyers and doctors can actually hold the people under duress. It can actually dictate, can actually be autocratic, can actually be condescending, and it's okay. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up, I've gotten over the years numerous complaints, people saying, I don't like dealing with these lawyers because I don't like the way they talk to me. They don't treat me like I'm a person, the way they push me around. The most common one, gentlemen, that I get is that, and especially when they're at a disadvantage, not being in status, whether it's personal injury or immigration. But the most common one that I get is, I spoke to the attorney once and I can't get in touch with him ever again. Every time I call, I can never get him. Or I'm speaking with a paralegal. I can never get the attorney. I can't find him. I only hear him on the radio. This is a very common complaint in the Caribbean community. And I wanted each of you to speak on that, where PPID is concerned, where the case handler is concerned. And I want to hear your comments so that everyone listening to us at 93.5 FM, yes, they're listening for the personal injury talk. Yes, they're listening for the immigration talk. But I do believe the other side of you guys, the personal side, okay, needs to be explained. And you can tell them how you treat your clients. I don't know who wants to jump off.
I'll start. So as Adam regularly says, we are all practicing attorneys. As a practicing attorney, it's very difficult to be in 4 or 5 places at one time. So one of the things I typically do is I tell all of my clients, I am not in the office many times. If you'd like, you can call and ask to leave me a voicemail on my phone, okay, on my personal phone, okay, on my extension. I don't know that I have any clients that can complain about me personally not returning phone calls. I think that is something I pride myself on. Clients are paying for a service. I give you that service. Email, I was actually emailing a client today at 7 o'clock in the morning. And if she's listening, she knows who she is. That's what we do. I've been with the firm for 13 years. Again, one of the reasons I've been with the firm so long is because I like the way they conduct business, and that's just, that's how I was taught. That's how we do things. Meeting with me also is not something impossible. I tell clients, if I'm not in the office and you can't get a hold of me, make an appointment, come in, we'll sit down and we'll talk. I have a couple of listeners who basically said they'd like to meet me in person. And I said, sure. I said, give me a call last week of June. Hopefully we're opening up first week of July. And if that's an option, why not? At the end of the day, this is people's hard-earned money, and they want to trust and they want to believe in their lawyer. I believe a lawyer gives their clients a sense of confidence. I have a lot of my colleagues, tell me, Nelson, the client walks in, he looks all upset, he leaves your office, he's smiling, shaking your hand, and he's all happy. That's my job. My job, if I can explain to you what is happening in your case, then obviously I know what I'm doing. If you leave my office and you have no idea what's happening, then I probably don't really know what I'm doing.
Nelson, I've taught you well.
Listen,
The fact is though, whenever I interview someone, whether it's a paralegal, lawyer, receptionist, whatever, before I hire them, one of the questions that I always ask is why immigration? And depending on what their answer is, that goes a long way towards whether I'm going to decide to hire that person or not. In addition, I always tell people that I interview that, immigration is not like other areas of the law or like most other areas of the law. Here we're dealing with people's lives. Here we're dealing with people that this probably is the most important thing in their life. Getting that green card, getting that permission to work, getting that ability to remain in the United States, to provide for their family, to make a better life for themselves and for their family. That's why they came here. That's why they're here. And that's why they're sitting in my office or in Nelson's office or any of our other associates' offices, talking about how to make that dream a reality. And again, I tell every person that I'm interviewing that this is the most important thing in your clients' lives. And as a result, they're going to be all over you and they're going to be calling, and some more than others. And because it's very important. This is not, they're just drawing up a will and that could be done anytime, or, they're looking to buy a new house and, we have a contract. I mean, again, these are important issues in one's life, but it's not like getting that green card. It's not like getting that visa or that permission to work, because that is life altering, right? And it really does make a difference. But go ahead, Squeeze. I'm sorry.
No. I want you guys to talk. I mean,
well, listen,
very important that you talk about, because a lot of people. One thing I learned every day, gentlemen, and I can school everybody that's listening to this station who are broadcasters and non-broadcasters and everybody. Every 15 minutes, according to what's called the Arbitron ratings out in Monitor the radio station, we have new listeners every 15 minutes. And I want every 15 minutes for those new listeners to actually know who we are and what we do. All right? Because I know that this is the most powerful radio show when it comes to personal injury and immigration, because you all treat people genuinely like family. You are all willing to speak with people. I have never had a more, for lack of a better word, intimate a team that is with the community out there, who is willing to talk to them. I have actually, ladies and gentlemen, gotten calls from my clients on the BioLife side or the finance side, the credit repair and the debt settlement side, and they call me up and I am able to actually say, hold on, let me get my attorney on the line. Okay, so you guys can exchange numbers so they can know that I know you, and I'll introduce you to them, and then they'll take your number and they call you back. And I have done that with these attorneys here. That's what this is all about. That's how this should work. You should not be listening to a community program and not be able to reach out to the broadcaster or reach out to the attorneys and speak with them. You've got concerns, you've got issues. We are immigrants. We were not born here. We want more information. There's a lot that we don't know. So we want to feel like an Adam handler can explain, what do I do if I get into an accident? The Conrad, Pollack, and Nelson can, hey, listen, I'm in a situation with my green card. What can I do? I've had some small infraction here or a big infraction there. What can I do? And I want them to be able to say, you know what? I know Conrad, I know Nelson. I can call them directly at the office or call them however. I can call Squeeze if I can't find somebody. That's what this is all about. Go ahead, Adam. You're about to say something.
Well, Adam, 1 second, Adam.
Squeeze, you guys got the number.
All the people that are out there listening, all those folks that are listening to our show right now, we've been doing this now for 3 months. I challenge any of these people that are listening that have called us to send in a message right now, or send in a text to you today, and tell about the experience that they've had when they've called our office. Has anybody been rude to them? Has anybody hung up on them? Has anybody not been responsive? On the contrary, I will bet that every person that has called, that is listening, that will call in right now or text in right now, will say exactly what I'm saying, because it's the truth. We are here. We are really trying very hard. We're doing everything we can to provide a community service, to give back to this community. And, I believe we've
we certainly have made the effort. It's been 3+ months, and I challenge anybody out there to tell us otherwise, to say that we haven't been doing what we're saying. I would love to hear some of the comments. We hear it, of course, when people call in or when they retain us. You know, I mean, Nelson, you know, and Andrea, Shira will come on and tell you, Yee, they talk to people all the time. And we get so many comments about, you know, thank you for helping us. Thank you for providing the service that you're doing. It's a wonderful thing that you're doing, and that's great. You know, we love to hear that kind of stuff. But go ahead, Adam. Go ahead. Yeah, we've been holding you off for the last half hour. Go.
Go ahead, Mr. Personal Injury, Mr.
A couple of things we got to get straight here. First of all these talk about people calling in and you know, really getting a sense of our firm. Well, how do they do it? I can't believe we've gone 14 minutes without saying our phone number, which is 844-774-3529. I'm going to give it a couple of times because I know people are probably been cruising around in their car and wondering how the heck do I call these people? 844-774-3529 or
Adam, what is synonymous with Juneteenth celebration at PPID right now that you guys are giving away? At how much?
You mean the free consultations? Well, listen, we do that anyway. I don't care if it's Juneteenth, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. That's not going to change. You know, today is obviously a special day because it certainly signifies, you know, freedom. It certainly signifies the unshackling of one's soul, and I think it can apply, you know, to almost everybody. And it's about, like I said earlier in the show, it's about making your life better. What are you going to do today, right, to free your soul, to make your life better, to make your family's life better? I suggest to you, if you have an immigration issue or if you have any legal problem whatsoever, you finally, you know, take care of it. You know, a very important decision was rendered earlier this week, or actually last week, which says that you, no matter who you are or what you're doing here, should be able to access the courts with freedom of fear of being deported, with freedom of fear of having to face ICE officers, you know, trying to take you away. Use the courts. You have a family law issue, go to court. You haven't seen your kid, get custody or visitation. You're not getting money from the father or the mother of your child, get child support. You know, you have that speeding ticket that's suspending your license, go to court. You have a personal injury case and you need to testify, go to court. Right? Those are things that are now available to you. I truly believe that the winds of change are coming, and everybody out there should feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that they can assert their rights as human beings here in this country. But what the most important thing I think we could really deliver, the message we can deliver today on Friday, right, Juneteenth, 2020, is that the reason why we're doing this show, the reason why we're able to do this show, the reason why we've been in our current office space for 40 years is because we are really, really good at what we do. We are really, really good. In fact, I'm going to say it. I challenge anybody to say that they get better results than our law firm. Listen, we can never guarantee anything. Nobody should ever guarantee anything. But I'm going to guarantee you this. If you have our number, hopefully you never need it, but God forbid you do. If you have our number and you call that number, I guarantee you that you will be treated like family, that you will be treated with respect, that you will feel comfortable with the process, and also know that you stand the best chance possible for the most successful outcome for your particular situation. We are attorneys. We're not magicians, but we know what we're doing. Like I said, we are really, really good at what we do. And if you give us the chance and you give us the opportunity to show you exactly what we do as a firm, Pollack, Isaac DeSico, we are going to change your life and we are going to change your family's life for generations to come. I've recovered over $120 million for victims of negligence. Conrad and his associates and his partners over the years have helped tens of thousands of people with their immigration issues here in the United States of America. My name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. We are Pollack, Isaac DeSico, and our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Squeeze believes in us. Every single DJ, every single programmer on this radio station, whether it's 12 midnight or 12 in the afternoon, and you know who I'm talking about, knows what we do, knows how we do it, and has trusted us and has endorsed us over the past 15 years. And if they say, no, that's not true, then I challenge them to come and on their show say, no, the case handler isn't the baddest around. That Pollack Isaac DeSico isn't the most powerful and celebrated law firm on this station. I challenge you because we do the right thing. 844-774-3529, 844-PPID-LAW.
Hey, here's what I'm going to ask everybody. Give me 2 minutes here, guys. I'm going to ask, on this Juneteenth day here, Emancipation Day, the day of freedom, all right? I am going to ask everyone that's listening to 93.5 FM, that is watching us on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie's page, Adam Handler's page, PPID's page. Here's what I'm going to do. Everyone is challenging everyone all around. I am challenging everyone right now to dial the number I'm about to give you about 10 times, okay? And let that number ring 15, 20 seconds. If you are out there and you need to speak with an attorney for free where a consultation is concerned, I am going to show you that PPID will not back down in actually giving you that free consultation, 100% free. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. They are truly the most powerful law firm I have ever put on this station. And I'm not saying that from a commercial point of view. I'm saying that based on the fact of how they respond to clients, how they respond to me when a client called me. So I'm going to give it a number. If you want to speak with an attorney for free, if you want to ask an immigration question, okay, 100% free. On the phone, ladies and gentlemen, you want to ask a question about personal injury, okay? You want to ask a question about criminal defense, real estate law, and other areas of law, here's the number. Dial it right this second. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Everyone who has heard Adam Handler throughout the entire station for the past 15 years, dial the number and said, yo, Adam Wagwan, 844-774-3529. I tell you what, let's needle him a little. Call him up and say, yo, Shark, what you up to? The Shark, let's call him the Shark. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Everyone out there, you will need an attorney at some point. Dial that number. Let them take care of you. Whether it's Greg Pinto, whether it's Alan Kay, it doesn't matter. Whether it's DeSico, it doesn't matter. We've got the attorneys at PPID. They've got their own departments that they work within. All right? So once again, people, pick up the phone. You need good attorneys. We're in this country. You see what's going on. We will need attorneys in some area. So pick up that number, pick up that phone and dial that number, 844-774-3529. And say, yo, Adam Wagwan, yo, Nelson, yo, where's the big man, Conrad? 844-774-3529. I am proud of them. I'm sharing them with you. It's been years since I've been able to actually come back and do this. And here we've got a powerful platform, a powerful firm, PPID. They've got offices in Peekskill, offices in Manhattan, and guess what? Offices in Brooklyn. And we'll soon do a live broadcast. Yes, Conrad, I know you're itching to say something.
Well, the office in Brooklyn is at 107 Avenue I, by the way, and it's conveniently located. The F train stops right there. And the B11 bus stops right in front of our storefront. So come on by. We're going to be open soon. What I was going to say, I mean, a lot of news has happened over this past week. But number one, and we forgot to mention it yesterday, Shruti Bali, who is one of the associates working at our firm, and she's been on this show several times. In fact, I believe she was on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. She gave birth to a baby boy.
Congrats.
Yesterday, and you know, we all thought she was going to name him Squeeze, but didn't happen. Nope. She said her husband, she wanted Squeeze, but her husband preferred Sean, so they named the baby Sean.
That's awesome. Hey, listen, it's still the S, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So Shruti had her baby boy yesterday. Yep, and she's probably listening right now from the maternity ward. in the hospital where she's staying, and we congratulate her. So yeah, yesterday was a big day. Besides Trudy having her baby, the Supreme Court came down against that big bad guy who's hunkered down in the basement in the White House. Right, the orange guy. DACA is alive. The Chief Justice Roberts, who is a conservative and was appointed by a Republican president, sided with the 4 liberals on the court, a 5-4 decision, and they have extended DACA. It still exists. The reasoning was procedural. I don't want to really get into the details, but basically they said that the Trump administration didn't do what they were supposed to, that their decision to end the program, besides being just mean-spirited, the court didn't say that, I did. It was an arbitrary and capricious decision, and as a result, DACA will continue. So that 650,000 or 700,000 kids out there who have benefited from that program since it was enacted by Obama in 2012. Can we say how long will it still have it?
Can we say how long?
Well, it's indefinite. At this point, it's indefinite. Trump, any president can prolong it or terminate it. It depends on what they do. Fact is, yes, Trump will try to terminate it again if he's reelected. It's not going to happen before the election. So hopefully he won't get reelected, and hopefully the program will continue. And at some point, Congress will make it a law as opposed to just an executive action by a president. But let's hope that he doesn't get reelected, and for many reasons, but this is one more, that DACA will continue if he doesn't get elected again. So you also mentioned, well, this happened last week about the case, the federal case that basically told ICE, those are the immigration cops, that they can't hang around the courthouses in New York. They can't pick up people, illegal immigrants that might be attending a court case for their own case or as a witness to testify. ICE basically was told, hands off immigrants if they're coming to court. Obviously, there's a good reason for that. It was discouraging people from going to court, which is not a good thing.
So some small battles won, recently.
On the contrary, those aren't small battles. Those aren't small battles. I was going to say,
actually, not small battles. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Those are pretty significant wins for the good guys. So and will benefit a lot of people. I mean, DACA, obviously 650, 700,000 people right there, not to mention their families. And all the people, who knows how many immigrants have not attended court hearings over the past year or two since ICE started hanging around the courthouse doors trying to pick people up to deport them. So this is good news. A lot of good stuff happened this week, and on top of Trudy having her baby, a lot of good stuff. And another good point, the governor stated that we will enter, or maybe it was de Blasio, I don't recall which. But New York City will enter phase 2 on Monday, which means we can reopen, which means we're going to be reopening real soon now. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, we're getting to the top of the hour, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody out there had our phone number. Again, I am Adam Handler, your case handler. We are Pollack, Isaac DeSico. Our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844 PPID law, PPIDLAW, 844-774-3529. Give us a ring. We're happy to help. We want to help. We're able to help. And it's 100% free over the phone to get the information you need to make your life and your family's life better. Thank you so much for listening. It was a great week on the air at 93.5. We look forward to doing it again on Monday. For those of you on Facebook, keep watching. We'll answer some immigration questions. And I missed it. I missed it. All right. Anyway, listen, we're doing our thing, and we got juiced up today. So I'm happy. Nelson, tell us a little bit about some of those phone calls you got this week, some of those consultations you were doing.
So we've actually gotten several consultations about people interested in applying for citizenship. As Squeeze mentioned earlier, a few of the callers had a immigration attorney previously, were unhappy with the service they received, and they have reached out to our firm. We are able to assist these people. We've also gotten calls regarding people married to United States citizens looking to adjust their status. We've gotten a whole wide gamut of calls. I mean, just different situations, different options, but we've gotten a lot of calls.
We're noticing that probably the majority of the calls that we're getting from the folks who are listening are people that have tried to do the cases themselves, and for one reason or another have either failed or run into difficulties or been denied, or a host of other issues have developed. And it brings us back to the salient point that we keep bringing up, that it might have seemed easy, or maybe it was easier a few years ago pre-Trump, but these days immigration really is a minefield. We keep returning to that theme. Immigration really is a minefield, and to navigate through that minefield really requires a substantial amount of expertise these days. This is not your grandfather's immigration service, people. All right, things have changed, and it's getting worse and worse. And just again, the vast majority of the calls we get are from people that have tried to do the case themselves and haven't been able to do it and have messed it up. All right, so I strongly advise people, don't take this on yourself. You might think it's simple. Even citizenship, it used to be a 5-page application. Now it's 25 pages.
Yeah.
It's just things have changed dramatically. In addition, I want to repeat before we forget, filing fees are going up. The government, the U.S. citizens, CIS is running out of money. They're projected to run out of money in less than a month now. Filing fees are going to be going up soon. Citizenship applications, one of them, they're going to be doubling. The fees for